This DVD provides infection control training and information relevant to the skin penetration industries, which include tattooists, body piercers, beauticians, and acupuncturists. The DVD is divided into chapters, so you can easily find the information helpful to you and your business. There's a how-to section with some step-by-step guides, as well as a multimedia section with downloadable and printable information. All the information included on this DVD will help keep you and your clients free from infection and disease. In this introduction, we'll briefly cover some issues relevant to all the industries. The different chapters of this DVD provide further and more detailed information specific to each industry. So let's begin. First up, we'll look at the main diseases of concern and how they're transmitted. Two of the most common are the viral diseases hepatitis B and C. Outbreaks of Hep B and C have occurred in the tattooing, acupuncture, beauty, body piercing and nail industries. They often occur when blood-contaminated instruments are used on clients. Hep B and C are serious diseases and can cause long-term health problems such as cancer of the liver. Here's what a healthy liver looks like. And this is a diseased liver from someone with hepatitis C. Hepatitis C is a silent killer, and many people don't realize they have it until they start to show the signs of liver failure. Some may have it for several years, during which time they can infect many others. Warts, athlete's foot, impetigo, and tuberculosis of the skin are also of concern. These can cause irritation, pain, and scarring. Infections from piercings and nail treatments have also been known to cause death when bacteria has spread to the heart and brain. Many bacterial, viral, and fungal diseases can be transmitted through unsafe practices within the skin penetration industry. Infections can arise when contaminated foot spas, creams, inks, instruments, and equipment are used on clients. And many infections arise following a navel or tongue piercing. However, you can prevent these infections by practicing good infection control. It all comes down to a few basics: good hygiene, the use of personal protective equipment such as gloves, a mask, and an apron or gown, good design of business premises, and most importantly, the cleaning, disinfection, and sterilization of instruments and equipment. So how are infections transmitted? There may be a number of ways, including direct or vehicle, transferred physically from one person to another through food, water, or bodily fluids such as blood. Indirect, transferred by indirect contact with an object that has been contaminated. Airborne or droplet, transmitted by droplets via dust particles or flu that's passed on to someone by sneezing or coughing near another person. Vector-borne, transmitted by animals or insects. And how are diseases spread? Again, there are a number of different ways, including dirty hands, dirty premises, dirty or unsterilized instruments, not covering mouth when sneezing or coughing, not washing hands when sneezing or coughing, not washing hands after touching dirty instruments or using the toilet. Let's look at what is known as the chain of infection. There needs to be a source of infection, transmission, and a susceptible host. Simply put, most serious infections are caused via contaminated blood from an infected human. Infectious organisms can also be found on unclean surfaces, animals, and people. You don't always see disease-causing organisms. They're microscopic. Minute amounts of blood, invisible to the naked eye, are enough to spread disease. Instruments that have not been properly sterilised are the cause of many outbreaks of disease. And instruments that have not been properly sterilised and reused on clients are a high risk for the spread of blood-borne infections such as hepatitis B and C. Serious infections have spread from poor infection control practices in the nail industry. And in the United States, a nail salon was ordered to pay $140,000 for the loss of a finger after a bacterial infection spread to the bone. So, there is the potential for an industry-wide cost if an outbreak of disease can be associated with the skin penetration industry. But remember, you can prevent all these infections and diseases simply by breaking the chain of infection. The following chapters on this DVD will show you just how easy it can be to protect yourself and others from infection and the spread of disease. It's all about the basics: good hygiene, good design, personal protective equipment, and the cleaning, disinfection and sterilisation of instruments and equipment. So take a few moments to have a look at the chapter that's relevant to you, and stay safe.